The message lit up my phone at 7:46 p.m., just as I was setting the dinner table. It's just a business dinner. Don't wait up. Julia always texted when she'd be late, but this one felt off. Too clean. Too deliberate. Like something she'd practiced. I stared at the words, thumb hovering over the screen. I could almost hear her voice, soft, calm, reassuring. Once, that tone comforted me. Now, it felt like a sedative meant to quiet suspicion. Before I could type a response, another notification buzzed, a photo, from an unknown number. The name read Sophie Reynolds. I didn't know any Sophie. When I opened the picture, the world froze. Julia, my wife of 9 years, sat in a restaurant, not across from her boss, Daniel, but pressed close beside him. His hand rested easily on her thigh. Her face turned toward him, smiling, the same smile she once saved for me. Below it, a single sentence: "You deserve to know the truth." My pulse thundered. My chest locked. Every ounce of blood drained from my face. For a moment, I wanted to hurl the phone, but instead I set it down carefully, like evidence. The house was silent except for the hum of the fridge. The chicken roasting in the oven filled the air with a smell that suddenly turned my stomach. I typed back, "Dinner looks good." Then I attached the photo. Delivered. Read. No reply. For 30 minutes I watched those 3 dots appear and vanish as she typed, erased, and typed again. When her reply finally came, it wasn't an excuse. "Where did you get that?" Not "I can explain." Just panic. I didn't answer. Couldn't. My mind was replaying late nights, new perfume, the sharper outfits, the laughter at private texts she'd flip face down. I'd asked once, softly, if something was wrong. She'd laughed. "You're being ridiculous, Ben. He's married." Married to Sophie, apparently. 5 minutes later, my phone rang. Julia. I let it buzz twice before picking up. "Ben," she said, voice trembling. "I'm listening. It's not God, it's not what it looks like. He had too much to drink. And your smile while his hand was on your thigh." I said quietly. "Strange way to help your boss, Julia." Silence. I could hear her unsteady breathing. "Who sent it?" she asked finally. "His wife," I said. "I guess she was there too." A long pause. Then a whisper, "No." That one word told me everything. "You knew she might find out, didn't you?" I said. "That's why you were anxious last week. You said you were scared of gossip. It wasn't gossip you feared. It was her." "Ben, please," she said, almost breaking. "It wasn't supposed to go this far. I didn't mean." "You didn't mean to get caught," I said, and hung up. The messages came for hours, apologies, explanations, promises. Words that once meant something now sounded empty. I didn't reply. Around midnight, I heard her key in the door. The soft creak, the faint scent of her perfume. I sat on the couch in the dark, waiting. She froze when she saw me. "Ben." I said nothing. Just looked at her. The distance between us felt like a canyon. The woman standing there wasn't the one I'd married. "I made a mistake," she whispered. "He made me feel seen. It didn't mean anything." I laughed softly. "You don't accidentally end up in someone's lap, Julia." Tears gathered in her eyes. "I never slept with him." I wanted to believe that. God, I did. But faith doesn't survive evidence like that. I stood, grabbed my jacket. "Where are you going?" "Somewhere I don't have to pretend this marriage still means something. Please, Ben, don't throw us away over one mistake." "You didn't make one mistake," I said. "You built a whole lie. Every text. Every late night. Every word you rehearsed. That's not a mistake, it's a choice." Her face crumpled. "I love you." "Then you should have acted like it." I walked out. The night air hit me hard, cold, sobering. I sat in my truck, staring at the house. The glow of the living room lights spilled through the window. I half expected her to run out, but she didn't. The next morning, Sophie called. Her voice was calm, steady. "Thank you for not pretending," she said. "I sent the photo because you deserved the truth. I'm leaving him." "I'm sorry," I said finally. Don't be, she replied. We both needed to see it for what it was. After she hung up, I sat there, staring at my coffee. She was right. Betrayal isn't always loud. Sometimes it rots you quietly until there's nothing left to stand on. Julia emailed days later, pages of guilt and regret, begging for another chance. But once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. Weeks passed. The house grew silent. Her side of the bed stayed cold, but for the first time in a long while, I felt peace. The photo Sophie sent still sits in my phone, not as proof of what Julia did, but as a reminder of what I endured. Sometimes I feel nothing looking at it. Other times, everything. But mostly, I feel free. Because that one message, "it's just a business dinner," ended a marriage built on illusion. And the photo that followed showed me what I'd refused to see. Love without honesty is just another kind of lie.